Good evening, everybody. I know it's been a while since I posted. It's been a long while. I just kind of stopped and didn't even think about it for a while. I did have a couple of videos made, but I never got around to putting them on. Back at the yard right now. I'm getting a new truck. I'm getting this truck. Merry Christmas to me. Peterbilt 579. I can't show you the interior yet. The door's locked. I can kind of like look up and look in. You'll see that it's got curtains up front. Last time to print like a load lock up there in the sleeper to hang coats and stuff. That'll be taken out. Don't worry about the tape. That's nothing bad there. This here is a 2020. I guess I can't get in there. Talk about a couple of the differences between this one and my 680. So right off the bat, one of the things that I noticed, try not to do this in the sun, they shrunk the mirror. You can see the actual difference. That's kind of a downer for me. I don't know. The only reason I could think of that they did that was to make the vehicle more aerodynamic. It's just something that I'm gonna have to get used to. And if you also notice, there's no connection for the antennas. This truck, along with the Freightliners, has an internal built antenna system for the CBs. I remember on my Freightliner it really wasn't that great. Got the usual stuff on the back. Squeeze in here. Looks like these are aftermarkets. I should be able to print my handles on them with no problem. Probably means I need to grab some more tape for the thread. Catwalk's a little bit longer. Look down here, and these Pete's have 6-wheel disc brakes. Okay, I'm still running on 4 drums and 2 discs on the Freightliner. I'm making a mess of myself. Look at that. So we got 6-wheel disc brakes. This thing is going to have some mighty stopping power. I've actually heard from a few other drivers that when you're not used to it at first, you kind of have a tendency to slam on the brakes the first time around. Somebody did a funky parking job with this truck. Both sides are 100-gallon tanks. That's 25 more gallons than what will I currently hold. We're gonna pop that up for a second. I love the front end. Oh, that looks sleek, doesn't it? Now, it used to be on the first Peterbilt that I had, the steps on this side actually had a storage unit. And I kind of wish that was still there. What I do like though is that since the tank is further up, the APU is back here. This makes it easier to access the APU. On my 680, the APU is access to a little hole in the panel that's probably about this width. I mean, it's, you know, you can't do anything with it. And it was even more annoying when you take it to a shop. They take the panel off, fix the APU, and then they close the cover, put the panel back on. Because then you have to go to another shop, get the panel taken off again, just to open up the door. After they did that like 3 times, my shop here just took the little door off completely. This is a surprise. I was under the impression that this Pete had a cat motor in it. Looks like I'm gonna have another Cummins. Not that that's a bad thing. Now that I've gotten used to it on the other truck. Trying to figure this out. If I'm correct, I think that's the overfill. That's the overfill for the radiator. It's not sitting on top anymore. It's back here. There's my washer fluid. Instead of being on that side, it's over here on the side of it now. Corsair turbo. It's amazing how much that thing looks worn down for such an old time. I should know, this truck is only 36,000 miles. I tried to make this my lease to own truck, but they ended up they said I can't do it because it's already got miles on it. I don't understand the logic behind it, but that's how it is. A couple of the other things here. This is my power steering. Hopefully this cap will be more secure than my last one. That's the battery terminals if you need to do a jump start. Air filter is up here. It looks like they changed the design of it again. On my 680, what you had to do was pretty much climb up on and sit on the engine, and all of these bolts were on the top. You had to unscrew the top to get the cover out. At least this way I can go back to doing it myself again. Fuel filter. And then we got these extra fins, and I'm gonna go back to having a whatever you call it, overhang. I can't think of the name. One of my favorite aspects, I get to have a window again. You have no idea how much I miss having a window. I can't show you yet. I will show you later when I'm transferring things from one truck to the other. The upper bunk in here, it's actually really awesome. It's only a half full bunk, so when you fold just the half of it up, it actually creates like a pocket for storage. Whereas in my other truck, I have the bunk all the way down, and what that does is when I have the lights on in the back, the lower bunk is always still dark. I have to use flashlights to find which clothes I want to wear each day. You know, with this being a half bunk, I can keep the half up, get more lighting down in my area, and be a lot happier. I didn't check on it yesterday when I was in here. I know on the Freightliners, each sleeper has 3 lights. There's 2 in the back, 1 kind of in the middle, and in the Freightliner there was a single switch for the middle and then a switch for the back, which was kind of cool, because what I did was I put extra bright bulbs in the back ones, so I could wake up in the morning, just turn on the front, and if I needed more light, I could turn on the back. A lot more light. There's my DEF. Batteries, of course, are going to be behind here. Man, I'm kind of shocked by the fact that it's another Comet. I thought for sure it was going to be a cat. Going on down. Gotta get all my bling onto this truck, get all my hub covers and stuff. So 36,000 miles on this truck. My current one is at 430, that's why it's being turned in. The dashboard I will show in another video. It's a completely digital dashboard. Alright, kind of using the glare. I'm seeing somebody walking up. So yeah, I'm actually really excited about this. Last driver left this lock on there. We got to get that cut off. I'm going to get rid of those 2 load locks. I do not like having load locks like that. Oh, I just noticed there is actually a spot for the antenna. It's right there. So I'm going to have one. I'll have one antenna going. Kind of a weird spot to print it. I can't imagine that the signal gets out very well. I'm gonna tell you right now, I am gonna love this thing. But yeah, like I said, I tried to make this my lease to own. They said we can't do it because somebody already put miles on it. Again, I don't understand the logic behind that. So I will probably stick with this one for the next 4 years, and we'll give it like another shot in that time. By that point, I would definitely have enough money where if they can't do it for me again, then I might look at an outside source for a vehicle, because I should have enough money saved up by then. I was hoping that I would make it, that I would be able to do it with this truck, because I mean you would just go from a lease to a own, and you don't really have to worry about down payment or anything like that. If you're wondering what these blue bags are, these are cables. None of them are open, but you kind of look in there. That's a cable system to put on the tires for winter, to drive on snow. Now, none of them are open because we're not actually allowed to put them onto the truck. Only a certain group in the company can do that. I'm not part of that group. So if a mountain pass snows and they say that you need chains on, I just have to shut down. But by federal law, we are still required to carry these just in case. Well, it's not a just in case thing. It's by federal law, you were supposed to carry chains on trucks going through a mountain pass. But there's nothing saying that you got to put them on and keep on going through that pass. And that's a little loophole that the company likes to play with. Oh, she's gonna be a nice truck. She's gonna be a lovely truck. See, 579 epic. So, like I said though, I'm having a little difficulty with the mirrors. I don't get why they took off so much. It's gonna drive me nuts. You know, you're gonna be trying to like back up using a car mirror. At the very least though, I mean, I started this job with the Peterbilt and then they withheld it from me for like 5 years. You know, you know, when I saw that first Pete that I was jumping into, I mean, it was just love at first sight. And then after that they're all like, oh no, you can't have a Pete, we don't use them on the contractor side. Oh, you can't take it with you or anything. A little worried about this low brush thing. Those have a tendency to get torn off. You know, and then when they did start bringing in the Pete's again, I kept trying to get my hands on one, and they consistently say, oh well, you know, we don't have any on the yard right now, blah blah blah. You know, let's just give you another Kenworth. Let's give you another truck that constantly breaks down. I like that this is plastic. My other one is it's practically rusted through. On the back, I should say, yeah. See, mine is like this one, except this is all like rusted through. It's practically gone. This is actually a really good comparison here, because this is a 680 like mine. In fact, I would say it's probably about the same year. So it kind of gives you a good idea of the difference between them. My grill is smaller. I remember somebody else had pointed out, but this is like a sharper look. It's definitely looks like it's more aerodynamic than the 680. You know, and as I pointed out, this one has the antennas. I actually like that setup. I guess I'll just have to get used to the one on the back. I got all those foils on there. This one has nothing. Kenworth has a issue with putting those on. This is what I was telling you about, where the APU is in it is inside of a tiny hole. That's why I like it being on the back. got my window as opposed to a vent. Those vents I find are pretty gosh darn worthless. Got tanks back here. Yeah, cap 75 gallon. That's 100 gallon on that side. Both of these are 200s. Drum brakes on the back four wheels as opposed to disc brakes. This guy had his stabilizers changed. You can see that the backs are pretty much the same. I'm not worried about the cover on the fan. That's actually kind of worthless. That's something that the company prints on specifically. Again, I don't know why. And in reality, it should actually be aiming up because heat rises. And this here, this is something that the last driver put on. That's just a deer whistle. I've never used them myself. So that's it on that one. Yeah, they'll get started with getting this truck cleaned up tomorrow. There's actually not a whole lot going on with it. Unfortunately, mine's a lot worse. Gonna feel bad about giving it back to him with the shape that it's in, but I'm gonna try to do a lot better job with this one. And once I get this handed to me tomorrow, I'll be able to transfer things over, and we'll do a video of the interior before I move into it. I'll show you guys all of the fun stuff on the inside. And then I did make some videos about what I've been doing for the last few months, which is mostly breaking down. But since I'm late on doing it, I'll probably explain that like a little bit more on the next video. Hopefully I'll be a little bit more Johnny on the spot about getting this stuff out there. I have no idea what that is, but this is it. God, I am so freaking happy I'm finally getting a Pete back. Anyways, I think we'll call it good on that, and I will talk to you guys later.